Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my second video. Woo! So today's video is basically an everyday makeup look. If you guys want to know how I do my everyday makeup, I do it more on the natural side, the soft side, nothing too glam or over the top. You know, you want something simple but you want to look nice. I'm here to help you out, girl. If you guys want to learn how to get this look, continue watching. So the first thing that I do before I put on any type of makeup, I pull my hair back and then I apply some primer. This primer is the best primer I've ever used in my life because it literally makes your pores disappear. It is called the POREfessional Pore Primer by Benefit, and what this does is it creates a shield between your skin and the foundation, and you only need a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. What I like to do is I like to put it in the place where my pores are the biggest. Okay, once you're done with the primer, you want to add your foundation. The foundation I like to use is called Maybelline Fit Me Dewy Smooth in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. So we're just going to pop some of this right on. I like to apply my foundation with a flat brush. I mean, everybody has a different way of applying it. On a flat brush like this, I feel like it gives it an even layout when you go to smooth it out, and then you just blend it in with a buffer brush, or you could blend it in with a sponge, whatever you prefer. Your foundation onto your face, it's kind of not blended at all, it's just kind of applied onto there. So what I like to do next is I like to blend it out. You just go in circular motions to buff it out and blend it. Later I'll go in with a sponge. After that is I like to apply my concealer to the high points of my face. Once again, I'll be using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Sand Sable. Okay, so once I apply that, I like to spread it out with the same brush I used for the foundation and then pack it in with a sponge. So what I like to do is I like to set it with setting powder, Airspun Loose Face Powder. Be careful opening this up because it really I don't know if you saw that, but it just blew everywhere. This is it. I like to get a translucent setting powder because it just it doesn't leave a color behind. It kind of just sets your face without leaving any type of color behind it. Doesn't matter what shade you are, translucent powder is always the way to go. And what I like to do with it is I like to place it under my under eyes where I placed my concealer, on my nose to highlight it, to brighten it up, and my chin because that's a very oily spot for me. And also when I go to do my blush and my bronzer, I like to apply it below my cheekbones to kind of shape them to make them look like they pop out more. It's kind of like an illusion type of thing. I don't know. Would be to not wear whatever you're wearing before applying this setting powder, being that it kind of just flies everywhere and you don't want it on your clothes for the day, and then you don't want your clothes to be looking dirty or have makeup on them. You kind of just want to wear a regular t-shirt that you don't mind getting dirty because it kind of just falls everywhere and you look dusty. So what I do is I let that sit for about a good minute. I dust it off with either a buffing brush like this, or I dust it off with a more firm brush like this. once our face is set, I like to go in with the blush and the bronzer. For my blush, I like to use Lancome. This is the type of blush I use. And I just like to put that on the apple of my cheek. Bronzer is also by Lancome. It's kind of shimmery too. This is the same area, more likely over here, not so much the apple of my cheek. And I like to put it like all over my face, my jawbones, and my forehead. We're gonna clean it up right again with that setting powder and really like carve it. So I applied my white beard, aka my cheekbone enhancer. And now I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit because I like it to look brighter on the bottom. That way my blush and contour or bronzer could pop. So the next thing I like to do is I like to jump into my liner or my eyebrows, mascara, etc. But today I'm not in the mood for liner. I want more of a full luscious lash look today. I want that. That means I'm gonna have to add individuals. So I think I'm just gonna jump right into the eyebrows and bring the camera closer just to show you how I shape them, form them, fill them, and clean them up. That's it. I like to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. I use this in the shade Ebony. And we're just gonna jump right in on how I carved the brow. 3 things that you're gonna need for your brows is a spoolie brush, your edge brush, and your dip brow. Okay, so the first thing I like to do, I already did this eyebrow off camera, I still have to clean it up, is you wanna brush your brow in its natural like form, its shape. The first thing I like to do for my brow is I like to form a line that goes all the way this way, and then a line that goes all the way that way. I don't like to mess with the top too much because I feel like that needs to like show your like natural hairs. Like this, I still have to blend out a little bit. I'll go back to that later though. And then you just fill it in. So I'm just gonna start right into that. So I created my 2 lines. Now I'm gonna just fill it in and blend out the front. I like to use a flat brush like this to apply the concealer and clean the bottom and the top with. I'm going to be using the same concealer I originally used for my face. Last thing that I do for my brows is I kind of seal them with a gel. The gel that I like to use is also Maybelline. It is called Tattoo Studio. It's a brow gel. The purpose of this is to keep the hairs in place. So I plopped my brows on and now we're just gonna dust this off and see how it looks with the contour and the blush. Now I'm gonna jump into some mascara. Falsies by Maybelline. Everything that I have is Maybelline. That is so weird. I didn't even notice that. I didn't even know I was that big of a fan. And then I apply a thin layer on the top and the bottom. Like I said, I wanted to do a luscious lash look. I want it to be longer than this, and my lashes aren't very long naturally. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna add some individual lashes, and I think I'm gonna do that off camera because it's pretty tedious. Alright guys, so the eyelashes are on. It does make a hell of a difference. And the next thing that we're gonna do now is we're gonna add some lipstick. Since we're doing an everyday look, you kind of want to stick to your natural lip color. So now that we're going to jump into the lips, the first thing I like to do is I like to clean them off with a wipe. and to make sure no foundation is on them. And then once you do that, I add some chapstick. So your lips like are soft and not like cracky when you do go to apply some liquid lipstick. Okay, so once you do that, all you're gonna do is line your lips. I'm gonna be using the NYX Liquid Suede. So there's one thing that I do like to do for my everyday lipstick. It's kind of like optional. I like to make an ombre look. This lipstick, I like to lighten up the middle of my lips with this lipstick and create like an ombre effect. So lastly but not least important, this is my favorite part. Highlighter. You want to highlight the high points of your face to really bring it all together to look glowy and healthy and shiny and just... The setting spray I use is by e.l.f. It is Illuminating Mist and Set. So once I spray this on, I'm just gonna apply highlight to my brow bone, my cheekbones, my nose. Sometimes I do my chin, and sometimes I do my forehead. So we're just gonna jump right into that too. The reason I like to apply setting spray first and then a highlight is because when the highlight sticks onto a wet surface, it just looks so much better and smoother and pops more. Later, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. highlighter. I don't know what shade this is, it doesn't say. We're done. I just finished it off with some setting spray to just set it in place. Yeah, so it's on the natural side. It's very soft, nothing too over the top or glam. So we love it. We love it. I love it. This is my everyday go-to. Like I hope that you guys can use something that I used, or if this helped in any type of way. That's the point of this YouTube channel, is to help any of you guys who want advice on this stuff. I mean, I'm not no makeup guru, but guru. You know what I mean. So yeah, if you guys like today's video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will be back with more videos. Can you say peace? Peace. Peace. Peace.